In it, Akenhaten praised the sun as the creator of the natural world. Plants, animals, Egyptians, even foreigners.
When you cast your rays, the herds are happy in their pasture. Trees and plants grow green. All the flocks gambol and all the birds come to life because you have risen for them. Even the fish in the rivers leap towards your face. You created the earth to please you. People, cattle and flocks, everything which walks on land or takes off and flies using wings.
The general message of the great hymn to the Aten in Amarna is that life comes from the sun god and life is distributed equally over the earth, equally among nations, equally among people, equally among animals.
Egypt appeared to have accepted the new religion of the Aten. And in the 12th year of his reign, Akenhaten organized a massive celebration to give thanks to his god with thousands of offerings. Even the elderly Queen Mother, Ti, paid a royal visit. Ambassadors came from all over the world to deliver their tribute. At the head of it all was Akenhaten, and sitting beside him, Queen Nefertiti. There had never been a partnership like it. The incredible experiment appeared to be working. But that same year, in the midst of apparent triumph, Akenhaten's new world suddenly began to fall apart. At the height of her powers, Nefertiti simply vanishes from history. Egyptologists have failed to discover exactly what happened to her. Personal tragedy heaped upon the pharaoh. Nefertiti was gone. His mother, the great Queen Ti, died soon afterwards. So too did one of his minor wives, and even one of his daughters. After 12 years of tolerance, Akenhaten began to turn his power to destructive ends. Once he had been content simply to replace Egypt's traditional gods. Now he actively began to persecute them, and Amun-Re bore the brunt of his fury. The reformer had become a fanatic, incapable of tolerating other gods.
Akhenaten was certainly the first monotheist, but also certainly the first religious oppressor in the history of the world.
Wherever they could be found, the name and image of Amun-Re were destroyed. No reference to the god was too far away or too inaccessible.
He sent out what must have been armies of men with chisels, along with people who could read the walls and find the names of the gods to be removed.
Akenhaten even attacked the memory of his beloved father, Amenhotep, gouging out the part of his name that mentioned Amun.
The name Amenhotep means Amun is satisfied. Akhenaten removed the Amun portion of the name of Amun is satisfied because obviously under his reign Amun was certainly not satisfied. And so he in fact inflicted a punishment on his own father's name in order to comply with his own religious views, with his own religious fanaticism.
Consumed by his religious fervor, Akenhaten had lost touch with the outside world. Letters poured in to warn Pharaoh that his empire was under threat. Old allies, princes and vassals wrote begging him for help.
The king, my lord, should be informed that the king of Hatti has seized all countries that were the vassals of the
We've been writing to the king, our lord, for 20 years, but we haven't heard a single word back.
In Canaan, some locals beat my merchants and stole their money. Canaan is your country, and its kings are your slaves.
I keep writing to the palace, but you never reply.
Those princes and those people in the east were crying, "Help us!" But his ears did not hear anything.
Akenhaten ignored the desperate pleas of his subjects. The empire his father had worked so hard to maintain was now in danger.